This one for WWE champions. Pay to win like every day, yeah.
I don't play mobile games.
Funny how they still think I'm a broke man.
Then I'm broke.
Even though I be pulling Hogan's. I spent like 40 grand on a couple thousand pictures of some sweaty men.
Here's the thing. The reason I can't actually prove to you that all the bullshit they've been saying over the years is a lie is because if my accounts and stuff get out, you know they will find a way to access data and information based on it and then hurt me, right? You have to understand that a mobile game account is typically attached to two different things. One would be like your cell phone ID for whatever kind of cell phone you have. Also, they can associate that with a cell phone provider and plan. All right? Just to be honest, my actual accounts in some games that I've played are the same name, and therefore they might be able to track history of things. You know what I'm saying? And then they could probably get contact with fucking phone companies and shit. And you know what I'm saying? I can't have that because I've already been through this, and I will talk about this during my react to my documentary. But if these weird psychotic detractors get one piece of information, they find ways to turn that one piece into a bunch of nightmarish situations. For example, at one point, they used social engineering to fool a company, which I had an account with, to give them information. And then I'm not kidding you, this happened. They emptied my fucking bank account. Okay? Now, they didn't have access to the bank account, but they found a way through social engineering to have an account drain money from the account. And then I had to clear that up and clean it up. I had to make all new accounts because I had no money for a month. I couldn't pay all my payments, and I had payment agreements with things like I'm transparent about this. I've said it before. I have payment agreements with the government to pay back taxes that I owe them for years that I didn't pay my taxes properly when I was in financial distress. Okay? So I have these agreements in place, and I defaulted on all my agreements because I had no money. They drained my fucking bank account. Okay? So that's what I mean. And that was based off of like a little piece of information, a lot of guessing, and them social engineering a company. They then were able to pull that off. You see? Now, this isn't stuff that I'm going to give you details on or fully discuss publicly because it would just be harmful, you see? But I've already been down this fucking road. That's what I mean. Like, the detractors know with this stupid mobile game bullshit, that doesn't matter anyway. Even if it were true, it still doesn't matter. You understand? It's not a horrendous crime. These people are just dunces. But if I were to try to prove my innocence, they would absolutely take whatever piece of information was public, and they would use that to get other information and find ways to daisy chain it all together and hurt me. And that's why it's just not worth it. It's like I said, the devil I know is being harassed and made fun of for the past 5 to 10 years, being called an asshole lolcow clown on the internet, right? That's the devil I know. Knowing that devil, I'm still able to maintain a business, have a good life, right? The devil I don't know is if I prove my innocence to all that shit they've said, and then number one, they'll just move the goalpost anyway, so it won't matter that I just proved it. They'll have something else that they don't like me for, right? And then on top of that, they use the information I provided to hurt me and my family and my business. So it's I'd rather mess with the devil I know who's right here, who I've been with for 5 years, than this giant can of worms I might open over here that could completely screw me over. You understand? And again, there'll be more elaboration on that probably during the documentary react, but that's just in a nutshell how I've handled this whole thing. I mean, to be quite frank, just think of it this, and this is absolutely truthfully documented story. One of my detractors worked at Comcast, my ISP, and was sitting there messing with my modem settings and resetting my modem during my live streams to troll me. And we found this out. There's documented evidence. Comcast fired the person. You know? What the fuck? If that is truthful and happened, of course you can understand that even worse things have probably happened, right?
You got some idiot named DSP who's a total piece of shit, by the way. I like to get that on YouTube.